Yes, it's possible to forget our salvation date and our testimony. Maybe you were too young, 5, 6, 7 years old. Your parents didn't write it down and they didn't remind you of it constantly. As we get older, we have memory issues, so we might forget it. Also, if you don't use it in a while, if you don't share your testimony for a while, you're going to forget it. And this is common knowledge. Any information that you don't use, you will forget after a few years. But I've had this conversation with countless of people, and I always told them, I want you to pray and ask God to remind you of it. And God either reminded them of it exactly, detailed where they were, even as young as 5, 6, or 7 years old. God told them where they were, who they prayed with, and reminded them of that day. Or He told them, you are not my child. You just said the words, but you never surrendered your life to me. So I urge you today to pray. If you can remember your salvation date or your testimony, pray and ask God to remind you. Because if He doesn't remind you, that means you haven't surrendered your life to Him. And do it today, because this is not something to take lightly.